Welcome back, everybody. No, winter is upon us, and that means vitamin D, and we're going to need plenty of it. And luckily, we've got our friend Allie here. Allie Spencer from LDS Hospital, outpatient dietitian, talking about ways that we can bring vitamin D back into our daily lives, even if it's snowing outside and there's an inversion and we can't even see the sun.
Yes.
First of all, we need to talk about who is the most at risk for this vitamin D deficiency, where it's going to actually cause a problem for them on a daily basis.
So people that are going to be most at risk for a vitamin D deficiency are people that are older, that have darker skin, that don't go outside very often, so have desk jobs, or people that live in climates where there's a lot of cloud coverage or winter months.
Fantastic.
Well, what I want to know is, what does vitamin D actually do for your body?
So vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, and what it plays a crucial role in doing is absorbing calcium, and it also helps to regulate our bone density. And so it's very important for preventing osteoporosis or rickets in children, and also low levels have been associated with an increased risk for certain cancers and for heart disease.
But I'm sure you're not as happy as well if you're having a vitamin D deficiency.
No, right, definitely. It's also something, maybe lower levels of vitamin D could be associated with depression or
now let's talk about how much we need, the recommendations. I love this graphic that you've got here about how much we all really need.
So for adults, we need anywhere from 600 to 800 international units of vitamin D a day.
Okay.
Okay. And typically during the summer months, just 2 to 3 days out in the sun for 10 to 30 minutes is enough to get that. But during the winter months in Utah, our latitude is so high that we can't get that from the sun.
It's very rough.
What are ways then, I see we've got some stuff on our little table here, what are ways during the winter months that we can get that vitamin D?
Yeah, so it's very important to do it dietary-wise. So vitamin D is in very few foods naturally. The natural foods you're going to find them in are fatty fish, so things like salmon, mackerel, tuna. It's going to be in cod liver oil, if you're really daring, right? And in eggs. Those are your natural sources. But vitamin D is fortified in a lot of different foods. Like all milk is fortified with vitamin D. A lot of orange juice is fortified with vitamin D as well.
And now what about, see, I'm right here on the screen, you've got these
supplements.
Can you take supplements? Is that going to be good enough?
Yes, that's going to be good enough, definitely. And so to get, especially if you're not eating a lot of foods that have vitamin D, taking a supplement would be a great option.
Now, at what point will you know, okay, I need some help? I'm having issues with not enough vitamin D. What's going to be kind of that sign for all of us to watch out for?
There's not necessarily a specific sign. Maybe you're having low energy levels, but especially as we get older, if you're 60 and older, definitely have your vitamin D level checked by your doctor.
Okay, and what would that look like? What would that test be like?
So you just go and you tell them, say, I would like to have my vitamin D level tested, and they test the level in your blood. Yes, it's a really easy, simple test when they're doing the rest of your test, and they can look at the levels and go from there.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm not 60, but I feel like my vitamin D definitely has been down. If you're saying like lower energy levels and moving up to Heber and further away, I don't know, all the different altitude and inversion that we have going on here. So this is great. Where would you get these supplements?
You can get those supplements just about any grocery store that you want to, any health food store, and it doesn't matter if it's D3 or the D2. Something to keep in mind, though, is nobody needs more than 2,000 international units of vitamin D a day.
So be careful.
Be careful.
Would that be a bad thing if you kind of overdosed on vitamin D, having too much?
If you did over a long period of time. Because it is a fat-soluble vitamin, we do store extra, and so there is a risk for toxicity, but you'd have to be doing lots and lots of it.
So look for that, plus this natural stuff. And Allie, where can we find you if we've got any questions?
I'm at LDS Hospital. I'm the outpatient dietitian there.
Fantastic. Allie, we sure appreciate you coming today. Talking about vitamin D. Who would have not?
I know. I need vitamin D. You need vitamin D. But when we come back, Nisha's going to be talking about all the wood hanging out, things that you think are junk in your house, what you can do with them.
I love it. And the Yapping Yoda has a message for you, and this is it. Looking for unconditional love, are you? I know, I've been working on this all morning long. Our Pet of the Week segment's up next. I don't know what that has to do with Yoda, but we'll find out.